I'm disappointed in Adam Silver and Cathy, the commissioner. First of all, you can't let stupid stuff go out to the internet, which is one of the worst things that ever happened to the world. They should have come out 2 weeks ago before all this. Like, the people are looking for attention now. Just say,
including this guy.
But he has a point, though, because Cathy and Adam have said, hey, it's in the title, WNBA. We're not going to have transgender people in the WNBA.
There is reportedly an audio recording at the center of a growing controversy, described online as a classified and unedited tape that the WNBA commissioner's office allegedly tried to suppress. According to the claims, the recording could shed new light on the physical treatment CaitlinClark has received on the court. What some fans viewed as normal rookie-level physicality is now being portrayed as something more deliberate, although there is no verified evidence establishing that such a coordinated plot actually existed. The allegations became even more dramatic when NBA legend Charles Barkley was reportedly said to have confronted the issue publicly. In this version of the story, Barkley appeared on television with leaked messages and other alleged evidence, abandoning the expected discussion of routine basketball highlights. He supposedly questioned the league's leadership and challenged the idea that Clark's treatment was simply part of the game. The claims even suggested that Indiana Fever general manager Amber Cox faced immediate consequences as the controversy spread. However, those reports should be treated carefully because allegations involving secret recordings, coordinated actions, and sudden firings require confirmation from credible sources. The story reportedly began during a televised segment when Barkley addressed the growing debate surrounding Clark's treatment. According to the narrative, he criticized the repeated hard contact and questioned why players appeared willing to defend Clark so aggressively without fearing disciplinary action. The most explosive allegation was that Clark's own organization had somehow encouraged or tolerated the treatment. If that claim were ever proven, it would represent a serious issue involving player safety and organizational responsibility. For now, though, the alleged recording and supposed sabotage scheme remain unverified. The controversy continues to generate intense discussion among basketball fans, with many waiting for official statements, credible documentation, or other evidence that could determine whether there is actually a deeper story behind what has been happening to Clark on the court.
Only, period. We're not going to
So that was Charles Barkley. Now, this was in his cancer today, speaking about the WNBA situation.
Perhaps like a peace summit or something?
No, exactly. I think if the NBA and the task force and obviously the commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, are okay with it, I am offering them a peace summit that is moderated by one of the best female athlete ever, Caitlyn Jenner. I think she'll be the best person to understand what's going on and moderate the whole thing. So if they're okay with it, I'm here to talk. I'm not a difficult person to sit down or have some kind of deal with or talk to. So I am offering a peace deal to WNBA. Yes.
So this is breaking news. So we have a peace deal offer moderated by Caitlyn Jenner.
I actually have a conversation with her last night. She said, "Listen, I love what you're doing. Just whatever you're doing, just count me in. I will do anything to help in." I was like, listen.
The control room reportedly began urging the other anchors to interrupt Barkley, but according to the story, Sir Charles continued speaking without backing down. He held up documents that were described as leaked communications involving Indiana Fever general manager Amber Cox, the executive responsible for helping build the franchise around CaitlinClark. The alleged messages supposedly painted a very different picture of the organization, suggesting that Cox was frustrated by Clark's enormous popularity and wanted greater control over the direction of the team. The documents were also claimed to show conversations with league insiders about roster decisions and defensive protection around Clark. One particularly serious allegation suggested that the Fever had failed to prioritize adding experienced players capable of protecting their young star physically. Even more controversially, the claims alleged that opposing teams were not expected to face strong retaliation if Clark was subjected to excessive contact. Barkley reportedly reacted with outrage, questioning whether the league was doing enough to protect its most recognizable player. He pointed toward footage showing Clark absorbing hard contact from defenders and demanded greater scrutiny of the situation. However, the allegations surrounding Cox, leaked communications, and any supposed agreement with opposing teams remain unverified. There is no established evidence proving that the Fever organization intentionally encouraged opponents to target Clark, or that Barkley actually presented such documents on television. If authentic evidence were ever produced, however, the implications would be enormous. It would raise serious questions about player safety, front office responsibility, and the league's approach to officiating. For now, the story remains a dramatic collection of allegations and speculation, while fans continue debating whether Clark is receiving adequate protection on the court.
Not on you, but you're responsible for Stephanie White. Let's be real. You're responsible for the players, and you are solely responsible as well. You are in on the Stephanie White, CaitlinClark sabotage. Okay, you've gone out of your way to speak up for Stephanie White at every turn. You never spoke up for CaitlinClark when she was getting hit pieces put out on her and all of this stuff. You never had nothing to say. You tried to go at CaitlinClark fans on Twitter. You was doing all of this. Meanwhile, your ass ain't been able to put a good roster together. And we're going to break it down right here, right now. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's keep it going, man. Amber Cox. Look, I know you're hiding out in Salt Lake City somewhere under a rock or in a cave, and that is not making us forget about you, okay? You are the one that is responsible for this Indiana Fever roster, okay? You are the one that let Justine Passat walk without ever giving her a chance to play. You are the one that gave Monique Billings $800.
Barkley's alleged demand for gender testing and questions about biological fairness instantly turned the controversy into an even bigger debate. His comments were portrayed as explosive and politically charged, but the underlying issue he was raising was player safety and the intense physicality CaitlinClark has faced. According to the narrative, Barkley argued that the Fever had failed to provide enough protection for their young star and questioned the decisions made by Amber Cox. He reportedly called for serious consequences, including Cox's removal from the organization. Meanwhile, the controversy was allegedly creating panic within WNBA headquarters. According to the claims, Commissioner Cathy Engelbert was closely watching the broadcast as the story gained momentum. However, these reports remain unverified, and there is no confirmed evidence of a coordinated sabotage effort or an official investigation based on Barkley's alleged comments.
If the Trump administration is watching this,
The first female ambassador to Turkey. It'd be so exciting for us.
So he's trying to clean up the image because a lot of people has been going in on In His Cancer with him being a troll. And I believe this is his statement stating that, I am very serious about this, bro. Like, I can't knock him if that's the case, because he actually is making a point. Because if there is some type of way for him to play in this league and they are systematically trying to block this man, this is bad, because that is what I would like to say, picking sides. They definitely picking and choosing. Definitely picking and choosing who they want to play in this league. But the biggest question of it all is this: if there's already men playing in the league, that's just diabolical.
And according to the dramatic claims circulating online, the controversy allegedly reached a breaking point. The story suggests Commissioner Cathy Engelbert decided that immediate action was necessary to protect the league's credibility. Rather than launching a lengthy internal review, reports claimed she ordered Amber Cox's immediate termination. The allegations go even further, describing league security arriving at the Fever's practice facility, removing Cox from the building, and confiscating her league-issued equipment and credentials. The narrative portrays Cox's departure as a direct consequence of the accusations surrounding CaitlinClark and the pressure created by Charles Barkley's alleged television comments. However, none of these specific termination claims have been independently verified, so they should be treated as allegations rather than confirmed events.
Re-signed Damiris Dantas. Stinks. Amber Cox, you are not ducking this wreck. And then let's be real here. You went and doubled down all this South Carolina stuff y'all going on. Y'all went and got Bree Hall. Okay, Bree Hall, we ain't seen her get to play. Okay, we seen her get some garbage time minutes. Okay. You got Ty Harris. She's got, like, bro, you went and got a bench, and no, we got a bench that can't play. Maisha Hines-Allen, I like her. I'm cool with Maisha Hines-Allen. Like, she's not the greatest, but she's not the worst. She's physical out there. But at the end of the day, she play like once every 3 to 4 games. So in that case, stinks. What are you talking about? You signed a bunch of people in the offseason that can't get in the real games. I like Maisha Hines-Allen. Maisha Hines-Allen gets DNP, did not play, and then she'll get in. Then she'll go 3 more games not getting in at all. Then she'll get in. Like, bro, this is the roster you put together. The only consistent player we got off the bench is Sophie Cunningham, the blonde bomber. Outside of that, everything else you did stinks. Let's keep it real. And then I'm seeing this. Wait a minute. Y'all went and signed this girl, Michelle Anaya.
But the fallout allegedly didn't stop with the front office. According to the narrative, attention quickly shifted toward Jonai Carrington and her physical battles with CaitlinClark. For weeks, fans had debated Carrington's aggressive style of defense, with some portraying her as a major antagonist in the growing Clark storyline. After the alleged controversy surrounding Amber Cox became public, speculation suggested that Carrington's role was being viewed differently. Instead of being seen as an independent player making her own defensive decisions, some fans began portraying her as someone who may have been caught in a much larger situation. The story claimed that executives could potentially face consequences while players absorbed the attention and criticism on the court. However, there is no verified evidence establishing that Carrington was manipulated by Cox or involved in any coordinated effort against Clark. For now, those claims remain speculation.
She's reaching in for the ball, fouling CaitlinClark. We can visibly see she's going in. Caitlin has the ball all the way out here. So clearly you didn't get basketball. You got something else. If you got basketball, the ball would have, left CaitlinClark's hand. It would have got, deflected or something. It would have went out the way. It would have been a loose ball. But no, Caitlin still has full control of her dribble. What she doesn't have control over is you all in her space, hand checking her, smacking her. And the referee sees it, calls the whistle. And you immediately, instead of reacting, this is how I know you're a victim. You get weaponized by the other victims in the black community, right? Because listen, there's multiple communities in the black community. There's the victim side, and then there's the side that stands for what's right. I'm on the side that stands for what's right? And I have a bunch of black supporters on this channel who's also on that same side. We don't care about skin color. We care about good product. We care about right or wrong. We care if you're a good human being. I don't care about your skin color. Shout out to B Hen. He was talking about CaitlinClark to his friend, and they said that I don't like her for some reason. And he was like, damn, bro, I'm sorry she's the wrong color for you. And that's the sad truth of this league. And the worst part is the white fans can't even speak up about it because they'll just be called the racist. Like, it's crazy. But me, I don't care. DJ Carrington getting weaponized by...
With Commissioner Engelbert reportedly under intense pressure, speculation is growing that the league could take disciplinary action against players involved in controversial incidents involving CaitlinClark. Jonai Carrington's name has once again become part of the conversation, as fans debate whether her aggressive defensive style crossed the line. Online criticism has intensified, while some reports claim the WNBA could consider significant suspensions. However, there is currently no verified evidence confirming that Carrington is facing a career-ending punishment or that an executive gave her any special instructions. The controversy surrounding Clark continues to dominate discussion, with Charles Barkley's alleged comments adding another layer to the story. For now, fans are waiting to see whether the league makes any official move.
Go back to what was working. What was working while we was winning? Every time we go on a win streak, a major win streak, 5 games, 6 games, 7 games. Every time we go on a major win streak, you know what we're doing? We're playing the CC style of basketball. And in order for them to beat the Chicago Sky, you have to get back to the basics, get back to the roots of what we were doing. Putting the ball in Caitlin's hands and letting her rock, letting her cook because everybody else gets to eat when she starts serving plates. And that's going to be the biggest key. Next thing is, Aaliyah Boston, stop trying to play point guard, man. Like, we need you to make layups. Stop trying to be a point guard. This shit is ridiculous at this point. You've turned off the whole fan base, just to be honest at this point. Like, you're not to be trusted. Stephanie White just has to get out the way. That's going to be the third thing. Stephanie White, get out the way. It's very clear that when we play your system, we lose. We're losing playing this way. We're losing. We don't look electrifying playing your system. Go back to what was working during the 5-game winning streak, and that was playing CaitlinClark style of basketball. That is what was working for this team. You went away from it, and now we just got bumped twice in a row, potentially a third time in a row. And now we got DJ Carrington coming around. She gonna be looking to knock somebody's head off. Keep your head on a swivel. Put your helmet and chin strap on with a mouthpiece. You never know what's gonna happen with her. I mean, it's been a disaster, man.
This is what happens when controversy surrounds greatness. CaitlinClark entered the league determined to compete, elevate the game, and chase championships. Now, allegations involving her own organization and repeated debates over physical play have created a storm around her career. Some fans believe she has been unfairly targeted, while others argue that the physicality is simply part of competitive basketball. Charles Barkley's alleged comments have added even more fuel, with calls for greater accountability and fairness dominating the conversation. However, claims of a coordinated sabotage operation or an executive deliberately targeting Clark remain unverified. What is clear is that Clark continues to command enormous attention, and the debate surrounding her treatment shows no signs of disappearing. The next chapter could be even bigger,
should I say 3 Janae. Look at Caitlin Clark just walking, minding her business. Janae Carrington can't get enough of it. Like, look at breaking her damn neck like an owl. Who? Like, just breaking her damn neck to look at Caitlin, just itching for an opportunity. Are you ready? Is this the moment? No. Damn, is this the moment she gives it to me? No. Is this the moment? Am I worth it? White privilege. It's the world's fault. It's no way. Why is she not giving me attention? This is disrespectful. How dare Caitlin Clark not give the black girl attention? That's such white privilege. Silence is luxury. Those are DJ's words, by the way. Silence is a luxury. Look at this. Caitlin Clark sidesteps. Bang! Look at DJ's reaction. Go ahead and drink that juice, girl. Go ahead and drink that juice. Yep. Caitlin gets off the ball once more. Go under. Watch them. Hey, Hines Allen, watch your face now. This girl is, hey, that's a little close right there. Hines Allen, you almost lost your eyes. Go ask the Valkyries and ask Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Skylar Diggins, Jessica Shepard. Go ahead and ask them girls how it felt, man. This girl is dirty, man. All she want to do is fight on the court. She just want to be a ghetto thug. Look at her. Look at like nobody's here for this, man. Look.
This story has sparked major debate, and fans are demanding answers. What do you think about Charles Barkley allegedly going off script on live television? Was he right to call for greater accountability and fairness? What do you make of the claims surrounding Amber Cox and Jonai Carrington? Do you think the controversy could lead to serious consequences? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more updates and analysis on the biggest WNBA stories like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications. The conversation is only getting started.